He didn't run a country. He didn't win an election. But when the U.S. economy collapsed, one man decided if it would survive or fall. This is the story of J.P. Morgan, the man who controlled money, power, and destiny. Before governments controlled markets, one banker controlled governments. John Pierpont Morgan wasn't just rich. He was powerful. He could move markets with a phone call, calm panics with a meeting, and rearrange industries with a signature. This is not myth. It's the operating manual of American capitalism's early century. In an age before safety nets, one name became the net. And when the lock clicked, the country exhaled. This is a story about leverage, control, and the price of stability. It's also a warning about concentrated power, because when money concentrates, power follows. J.P. Morgan was born in 1837 into a wealthy banking family. But wealth alone didn't shape him. Discipline and international education did. He studied in Boston, then Switzerland and Germany. He learned markets in New York and manners in London. The city taught him how empires finance empires. He was trained to think globally and act decisively. His standards were ruthless: order, discipline, reliability. If a cog slipped, the machine failed. Speculation was noise. Creditworthiness was music. Wealth gives access. Power requires control. He won by setting the rules others had to play by. His apprenticeship ended when crises arrived. Information moved by telegraph. He moved faster. He learned to back strong managers and kill weak deals. The numbers got bigger. So did his confidence. Order first, then capital, then consolidation. Trust him or fear him. Both worked, and industry was the canvas he chose. He didn't just build companies, he organized the nation. Next, control. Morgan consolidated railroads, America's arteries. He didn't compete, he absorbed. He believed chaos was bad for business. Steel was scale, and he loved scale. Electricity needed discipline and capital. He financed order and extracted control. Find rivals, merge them, install rules. Stability over price wars. Promote competence. Fire noise. He didn't build companies. He controlled entire industries. Through voting trusts and covenants, the money set the rules. Control scaled faster than factories. He touched shipping, global arteries to match the rails. He financed the pipes that fed the engines of growth. Electric light became a balance sheet triumph. Public outrage met private order. Critics called it monopoly. He called it efficiency. He didn't blink. 3 moves: consolidate, capitalize, control. Predictability beats chaos. Order created profit and power. But there was a bigger canvas still, a deal to define the century. Scale became a statement. A corporation would become a country of its own. J.P. Morgan created U.S. Steel, the first billion-dollar corporation, a number that turned heads into headlines. This move changed capitalism forever. He transformed money into structure, and structure into power. Board seats were levers. Policy was output. Front pages marveled and warned. Capital rushed to size. Scale meant jobs and dependence. This is when money stopped being wealth and became influence. Influence you can't pocket, but everyone feels. Access became alignment. Cartoons drew tentacles around his empire. Senators asked who ruled whom. He let the numbers answer. He saw systems, not parts. Design the flows, own the valves, turn the wheel, set the pace. But speed can wobble. Confidence cracks quick. And when fear spreads, someone must stand. The country would look to one room and one man at the center of it. Morgan would test how far private power could go to save a public market. During the Panic of 1907, markets buckled. The U.S. government couldn't stop it. J.P. Morgan could. He personally organized bank bailouts from his own library. He locked men in until a plan emerged. He triaged. Strong banks get lifelines, weak ones close. He gathered gold, pledged securities, and bought time. He coordinated credit like a general. Confidence flickered, then steadied. One man stabilized an entire nation. He brokered mergers overnight. Markets opened. Panic cooled. But the rescue raised a harder question. Should one private citizen hold that much power? The answer would birth a central bank later. Control can stabilize. But who stabilizes the controller? Power rarely returns itself. Markets moved on. Lesson learned. Systems were redesigned. But the memory remained. In a vacuum of authority, private power becomes public policy. Morgan was respected and feared. Critics accused him of controlling democracy itself. Power demands answers. Monopoly power squeezes choice. Public patience thins when boardrooms choose outcomes. Reformers pushed back. Too much control creates too much influence, and influence demands accountability. Even titans face scrutiny. The tools changed. The question did not. Who should hold the balance between chaos and control? JP Morgan didn't just shape America's economy. He exposed a dangerous truth. When money concentrates, power follows. The room changes. The leverage remains. Who really controls the world? Governments or money?